When you die, you resurrect, but your body comes back to the shape it was in when you died for the very first time, and without any of your memories. So, although you had that scar erased with laser surgery, it's going to appear again if you die. Your best girl. Thanks to her, you've got a very worthwhile present. If the scar on your hand comes back, go to her and do whatever she tells you to do. You work at the antique shop that Pauline inherited from her father. Years ago, when you were known as Choke, you went crazy and lost your mind and ended up living in a derelict metro station in New York, where the psycho found you. Down in the Cadway metro station, you made friends with another crazy street person. He was as nutty as you were. And what drove him crazy was that he couldn't accept the death of his son. Years later, you got him out of the loony bin they put him into and brought him to Paris, where he works with you and Pauline now. 3 years ago, a totally crazy millionaire found you at Cadway, and he discovered that you were an immortal, and so he used you to become one himself. The crazy tycoon wasn't alone. He had a hunting dog who did everything he was ordered to do. White killed you, and when you resurrected with no memory, he lied to you. He gave you a false life, a false past, a false career, even a false mother. Yet, although White manipulated you into finding the potion of immortality, you also discovered some things you weren't supposed to. When that happened, like at the Hotel Doré in Paris, he killed you. And when you came back, he manipulated you again, making you start all over again. The last time that psycho killed you, he made you swallow mercury. That was a little mistake, because from then on, you started to remember small pieces from your past, which helped you to finish with him. Your findings led you to the ruins of the Church of St. Fergus in Scotland, where you remembered how you were made an immortal, and where you threw the psycho into a well. Gines de Orduña, founder of the Order of the Flesh, transmuted your body in 1501 so you could return from the dead. However, he excluded one of the ingredients from the potion of immortality, mercury, without which you come back without your memory. The weirdest thing is that Gines was in your dream. You met him as a boy. The coin of judgment is the main ingredient of the potion of immortality. You believe that if you can find one, you'll be able to undergo the same ritual, this time with mercury, so that in the future you won't lose your memory again. A mysterious blind master appears in your dreams, but only there, because his name is not in any history book. You don't even know in which era you met him. I know I met your dad when I was Choke, but I'd love to meet him now again, now that I'm myself.
Why's that?
I don't know. I just thought that when remembering that your dad hid his diary in the base of the cross. Everything you tell me, everything he did, he was special. Just like you.
And complicated. Thanks anyway.
By the way, my website works again.
Who do you think restarted the server, smartass?
Oh, oops. Thank you. Your dad did an amazing job of hiding the diary in the base of the cross, with such an intricate mechanism.
The key is to never forget the happiest years of your life. In my case, 72, 77, and 82. The year I became the owner of Le Tout Petit. The year I met your mother. And the year you were born.
John! There. I finally found the sculpture documents.
Cool.
John! I'm sorry about my negativity about all this. Sometimes I'm just so suspicious.
Hey, don't worry about it. It's okay. No, you should stay here.
Baxter Mansion. How can I help you?
Hi, I'm from Le Tout Petits Antique, and
Welcome, Mr. Latu. Do you have an appointment?
yes, we scheduled an appointment for me to come to tell you about a precious Neo carving.
Wonderful. Wait 1 minute, please. Then ring again. Baxter Mansion. How can I help you?
I'm the guy who rang before, the Neo guy.
Welcome. I must apologize. I didn't schedule your appointment properly. However, you have piqued her curiosity. Wait till the gates open and then park in the yard, will you?
There.
Are you sure it's him?
Yes. Sure. At last.
Hi.
Please, come in. Here's my card.
But there's no information on it.
Don't worry, it's not activated yet, Mr.
John yesterday.
An appropriate name for an antique dealer, isn't it?
But I'm a historian too.
Even better then. What do you specialize in?
Satanism and sectarianism in the Middle Ages.
No way. I just received the first copy of a book about a satanic sect in the Middle Ages. I can't show it to you yet, but it will make people talk. The writer is an American who, by the way, you're an American, aren't you?
Yes, but I feel more like a Parisian every day.
I can't say the same. It's not the first time I've moved here, but I always return to London.
You are absolutely right. However, I always ask myself,
Sorry, Mr. Yesterday. We're not here to answer your questions, but mine. Why on earth am I wasting my time with you? Shit!
I have a little gift for you.
Brilliant! You really know my taste. Many, many thanks. However, nobody's ever given me a present without asking me for something in return. Oh, shit! Are you going to tell me what it is you want, Mr. Yesterday?
I came here on business, of course, but I was only trying to be polite.
You're right. I'm so sorry. My move has been a nightmare.
Maybe you've heard I have a Neo by Unke. It's perfect and...
Why can't I see it?
Oh, sorry. Here are some photos of the sculpture and its authenticity documents.
You think of everything. I like you. Please make yourself at home while I examine all this. You'll see the room is full of valuable pieces. Feel free to touch. You are, after all, a colleague. I just received the first copy of a book about a satanic sect in the Middle Ages.
may remove your blindfolds. Dearest disciples, behold, Santa Brigida's greatest treasure.
Where are we, Brother Hines?
Oh, that's none of your business, Brother Iago. It's written in an unknown language, one so rare it could even date back to the days of the Tower of Babel. No one has ever deciphered it, or managed to copy a single character from its alphabet.
Come on, who are you speaking of? Blind men and morons?
Do you dare to give it a try, Brother Giuseppe?
Hey, why does he get to go first? That's not fair.
Let's see. I don't understand a thing. These symbols. I can't stop. I'm trapped by them. Oh no! My God, what's happening to me? Why? Iago! Iago! Help me! Giuseppe!
Do not touch him. There's nothing you can do for him now.
No.
Put your blindfolds back on.
No.
I'll take you to your cells. Never speak to anyone about what happened on this night. And remember, you have seen nothing, nothing, nothing.
Shh, don't tell a soul. We'll have a good laugh tomorrow. I'm going to make Brother Botillo lose some weight. Shh, don't tell a soul. We'll have a good... Nah, the other day, when Brother Botillo was sleeping and Hines was not in his study, I snuck in through this window. It's a bit risky and not an easy feat. But oh, the pleasure that comes from knowing that I could steal something from our superior if I so desired.
Say, Toribio? About last night.
Nothing happened last night. Nothing!
Do you think that Hines knew what was going to happen?
You take that back. Father Hines is a saint, not a murderer.
Where's the library?
I don't know.
Come on, you often disappear with Brother Hines. I'm sure that's where he takes you.
Of course. I'm the best copyist in the Abbey. And who else would he trust to copy the secret books?
And?
He always blindfolds me, just like last night. It's better that way. I won't have to resist the temptation of reading heretic texts.
When Giuseppe started to bleed, you did nothing to help him.
It was the devil's doing. That was Satan's blood. It could have contaminated me.
I helped him.
Then get away from me.
Later, upon returning to my cell, I thought I heard whipping in yours.
That's not true.
Do you remember that the abbot prohibited self-flagellation? Do you?
Why? Why can't a pious man pay for his evil deeds?
What evil deed did you perform last night? I thought nothing had happened.
Go with God.
About last night.
Nothing happened last night. Nothing.
What do you think happened exactly?
Didn't I tell you already? It was the devil's doing. He has possessed that book.
I thought the devil specialized in possessing people.
Are you really that naive? He can possess the very air you breathe. I heard that about 2 years ago, in a village far away, the devil possessed a hog so that it would devour the son of a noble.
That's amazing. What are you copying?
A text lacking in righteousness. Hortensius by Cicero.
But was it not the very same book that led St. Augustine of Hippo to embrace faith?
What's that? Oh, yes, but God can write straight on crooked lines. That does not prove that the book is not impure. Furthermore, St. Augustine was a sinner before he was a saint. Grant me chastity and continence, but not yet. Pervert.
If the book is everything you say it is, why are you copying it?
Because that cursed Father Ezekiel is contaminating the soul of our dear abbot. He manipulates him with his science and his art to lead him off the righteous path. I wouldn't rule out the use of magic either.
You must be thrilled now that Giuseppe is dead. No one will ever call you Botillo again.
Shh! Remember, we know nothing.
Calm down. I'm not going to tell anyone.
But the devil can hide anywhere. Only God knows who is watching us and where from.
You must be thrilled now that Giuseppe is dead. No one will ever call you Botillo again.
Shh! Remember, we know nothing.
What was that, Brother Botillo? I can't hear you.
You're acting just like him. I expected more out of you.
May I take some books from the shelf?
Absolutely not. It's time to write, not to read.
May I come in, Father Hines?
My door is always open to you, Brother Iago.
I don't understand why you always favor Brother Toribio.
You are the better pupil, no doubt, but you'll be better off if you draw little attention to yourself. On the other hand, commending Brother Toribio helps me win over those he sucks up to, the observants.
What do you think of Father Ezekiel?
He stands up to the observants and understands the world through reason. So brave, and yet so naive. The only reason that governs this world is that of your father, the devil. I do prefer him over that gang of lunatics, no doubt. But I must proceed with caution and not show him too much esteem. By the way, he should be showing me how that printing press of his works sometime soon.
Don't you think our abbot is a saint?
Oh, no doubt. He has a view of the future, and would certainly embrace anything that Father Ezekiel and the like propose. But he knows that without the observance, he would lose his grip over the monastery. That's why he tries to please them. And he's not the only one.
I know you're not fond of Father Diego and the other observants.
How could I be? Their insistence on returning to the rule of Saint Francis is ridiculous. Their idea of poverty makes me laugh. You need money to preserve the knowledge of books, and a full stomach to think with clarity.
But you pretend to like them.
I must. If not, they'd rally against me in my library. They'd find out what I'm hiding sooner or later, and they wouldn't like it.
What makes you so attached to Ursus?
His gratitude, just as yours, bonds me to you.
You saved Ursus's life as well? What had he done?
Oh, I don't even remember.
You've forgotten?
When the Inquisition wants to execute someone, they don't need an excuse. Who cares?
You said you would grant Giuseppe a Christian burial. Have you done so already?
Ursus took care of it before the morning prayers. Don't worry about it.
I'll pray for him.
Don't waste your prayers. Keep them for you and for me. But send them to your father, Satan. Beg him to grant us the ability to read that book.
Where were we last night?
It's best if you don't know.
Why?
You are my most prized possession. I don't want to lose you.
What if I had read the book? Would you have left me to die?
Not in the slightest. I wanted you to see the power of the book, but you're not ready yet.
What if Toribio had read the book?
That coward! He would never have even tried. I only took him to incriminate him. I was afraid he'd badmouth me to the observants. Now he won't dare.
The book has a Y on its cover. What does it mean?
I don't know, Brother Iago.
My name is Miguel. Iago is only the name you gave me after helping me escape the Inquisition. It starts with a Y.
Don't jump to conclusions.
Do you know anything about my father?
Yes. He rebelled against God and turned into Satan. He stayed in the shadows for centuries, but one day he will rise.
I'm talking about my human father, the Duke of Fuentenegra.
You don't have a human father.
I don't follow.
In order to avoid further problems with the Inquisition, the Duke confessed that you weren't his son. Years before, an old man who claimed to be a messenger of the King of Naples spent a night at your father's estate. The next morning, he had disappeared, leaving behind all of his belongings. His clothes were lying on the bed, covered in blood. And among the clothes and blood, they found a happy and healthy baby. You. The Duke, who hadn't managed to conceive an heir or bastard, kept quiet and gave you his family name. And no one ever heard from that old man again. It was all the devil's doing, no doubt. An act of your true father.
You have denied it countless times, but what if the Inquisition is still looking for me?
The plan worked perfectly, Iago.
My name is Miguel.
Your name is whatever I say it is. Miguel de Fuentenegra was devoured by a diabolical pig in that dungeon 3 years ago. That's what the Inquisition believes, and can't think of a better story.
Sometimes I dream of returning to Fuentenegra, and
Don't be a fool. What if someone recognized you? As I've said before, I didn't give you a new life for you to throw it away in vain. Your place is here, at least until we decipher that book.
when you saved me, you were already master copyist of Santa Brigida. And Fuentenegra is more than 20 days away. How did you find out about me?
One of my most grateful pupils is now a scribe of the Holy Office. He knows of my commitment to understanding ancient books, unknown languages, and lost knowledge. When the Inquisition set their sights on you, he contacted me. I left immediately and arrived just in time to save you.
I feel like I'm wasting my time here in Santa Brigida.
Your gift for languages is very useful, and it will be so even more in the future.
Well, I've got my own ideas for the future.
Speak.
You know how much I enjoy ancient mythology. Maybe I could focus on writing about it, like...
The fact that I allow you to read certain books does not mean you can flaunt this knowledge. Anyone who speaks of pagan myths will automatically become a target of the Inquisition. Do you wish to go through that again? Or do you have any better ideas?
I'd like to follow in Father Ezekiel's footsteps and do something with my hands. I like the forge, to see iron come to life, like Vulcan, the blacksmith deity.
Your talent lies not in your hands, but in your head. I will not let you put it to waste. Any other ideas?
I think I'm not cut out for the priesthood. I'd like to get married, you know, meet a woman and...
And? Do you think I'm a virgin? I will give you, not one, but many women. When you reach the priesthood I have planned for you. But let time take its course. What else do you have in mind?
Since I understand all languages, maybe I could be a missionary and evangelize the Americas.
What part of I am Satan's son have you not yet understood? Any other ideas? Listen to me. You are the devil's son. There's nothing you can do about it. Make the most of the gift he's given you.
But how? His is the book that killed Giuseppe.
Perhaps, when you decipher it, we won't have to hide anymore.
Then why don't you let me give it a shot?
I must first test it on other subjects. I can't risk losing you.
I could use a mirror to read the book's reflection, just like Perseus did to avoid turning into stone when looking at Medusa.
Oh, nonsense. Mythology is nothing but myths, legends, and lies. But the power of the book is real. You've seen it.
If the book is my father's work, why would he kill me?
Because the book is not your father. Does it have eyes? Does it know who you are? Can we be sure it will recognize you? Can we know if it has a will of its own?
Well, I'm willing to take that risk.
I would protect you with my own life. If you want to risk your own, you'll have to do it over my dead body.
Good morning, Father Ezekiel.
The day appreciates the epithet, but doesn't deserve it.
What happened?
Did you know that Queen Isabella is coming tomorrow to see my printing press in action? And in just 1 hour, I must perform a trial before Brother Gines, here in this very workshop.
No. Nobody ever informs us Razophors.
Well, there will be no trial. Somebody stole all my letter E types.
Huh?
I won't call for him. He's always so busy, he won't even remember.
Maybe you just misplaced the letters. I heard about a condition called lystexia that...
I never make mistakes. The letter thief, in all his clumsiness, tore his habit on one of the pins of the printing press.
You said they stole all letters except one, right?
Yes, one was stuck in the mold and I haven't had the time to pull it out. Here, in case it helps you find the rest.
Did you know that sometimes I have the strangest dreams? In fact, I dreamt that I was in a secret library within the monastery. Do you have any idea where that kind of library would be if it were real?
No. Although if I had more information, we could deduce its hypothetical location. Who knows? Sometimes the Lord uses dreams to remind us of things we don't know we know.
Do you have any idea who the thief could be?
I only know it's not me. The rest could all be guilty.
I don't think it's him, but could it be Father Hines?
I doubt it. He supported me all along, although the printing press would put an end to his privileges as master copyist. So who knows?
What about Giuseppe?
He's the Abbey's greatest prankster, no doubt, and he's been missing all morning. I'm sure he's up to no good.
What if Toribio did it?
Could be. That radical observant disapproves of everything I do, although he is a coward. Would he dare to do something like that?
What if this is lay brother Ursus's doing?
He would only do such a thing following Brother Gines's instructions. Poor Ursus. It's as if someone had removed his free will.
I suppose Father Remigio is above all suspicion.
It's not easy for our prior, caught between those radical observants and the knowledge that progress is good for the community. If it was him, rough times await us all.
What if I did it?
Okay, act like you're confessing.
Father Ezekiel, I confess. I stole all your letters.
Brother Iago, you're as bad at acting as you are noble in spirit.
Father Diego can't stand you.
Another fanatic. But his excessive observance of the rule of St. Francis has kept him far from the baths since last spring. My workshop would still reek of his nauseating stench.
What exactly are those types you say were stolen?
They're small metal letters that I place in line. When pressed against the paper, they print the ink.
You could try writing without the letter E. I could write an entire book.
Oh yeah? Please start.
Thank God Almighty for visitors arriving on this day at the Holy Catholic Sanctum that is Santa Brigida.
Ha! You said the.
How did you get Her Majesty to visit the Abbey?
Ever since my friend Johannes invented it, the printing press has enchanted nobles and commoners alike, and the Queen is no exception. Being aware of this fact, and after receiving approval from our abbot, I sent her a missive stating that Santa Brigida housed the first printing press in Spain. Now I wish I'd never had the nerve.
Why do you want to test it with Father Hines?
As master copyist, he must approve quality of all printed materials. But that won't happen now. The meeting is in less than an hour, and I don't have letters E. I won't call for him. He's always so busy, he won't even remember.
How did you get a printing press?
The inventor, my friend Johannes, sent it to me. I worked with him during my European travels years ago. He was going to send it to Segovia, but I convinced him by saying I would make the most of it, that I would show it to important people, which won't happen tomorrow if the Queen arrives and I print Isabella and Ferdinand, monarchs of Spain.